Hey guys, so it is Savannah day today. This is my vlog. I am wearing my Sons of Anarchy pants with my purple pajama, I haven't slept all day. My gray tank top. And she's wearing a Gerber 0 to 3 onesie. And she has powder on her, and then I just swaddled her arms, and then she has her man passy in with her white hat and a clip. This is I Love Daddy. So, I gotta bring that bottle with me. But I will update you guys when we get there. Bye. Savannah vlog. I don't know what that building is. This is the budget. Old Savannah. My vlog. Savannah vlog. Pretty downtown. All downtown Savannah. Historic Savannah. It's pretty down here.
I'm looking for going home one. I think going home was going over the bridge. It says 116. I think 16. Oh.
Apartments, I guess. I don't know.
Where what everyone would say is the first of the motels that SCAD bought and turned into a dorm. This was an old Ramada Inn. SCAD bought that in 1989 and fittingly named it Oglethorpe House. The area that we are in today right now is called the Historic District. Back in the day, prior to the mid-1950s, it was simply called Uptown. But, you know, families have begun to move out. The buildings down here were coming up vacant and rapidly deteriorating. But there were a group of 7 ladies in this town that they still lived in this area. And they kept meeting for bridge and luncheons and that sort of thing. And kept talking, you know, hey, the city police are riding through the squares, and so are the fire department. Somebody wants to go make a thoroughfare through one whole street that's a little bit over. And they said, you know, if somebody doesn't do something, we're going to lose the historic significance of this city. Well, they kept playing cards and talking until out of the clear blue in 1954, the city started demolishing the old city market. A big area. It took up a whole square. Farmers would bring their wagons, drawn by mules, of course, and they had veggies, chickens, eggs, turkeys for sale, and people came down to buy their those fresh produce and chickens and turkeys at the city market. But by the 1950s, people didn't have more cars, and so the city said, well, hey, everybody's got cars. They can drive to the grocery stores. We don't need the city market, but we do need more parking. So what they did was tear down the old city market without any. The first time anybody down here knew it was that was happening was when they started demolishing it. So those old gals got into gear when right away they heard of another old house that was about to be torn down. And they got together, bought that house and restored it. but most importantly, started Historic Savannah Foundation. That's about 1955. Now we're going to come back around and talk about those buildings. The over on our left is Telfair Square. And as we come around Telfair Square, we are approaching the Telfair Mansion. It was built in about 1819, designed by young English designer William J. He came directly from England to Savannah, designed about 5 houses, we're told, and then went back to England. There are only 3 of the 5 that he designed remaining. He became quite well known for his English Regency style architecture. Now, when the surviving member of this family died, Miss Mary, she willed this house and its furnishings to the Georgia Historical Society, with the provision that it was to be open to the public as an arts and science museum. It's the oldest art museum in the Southeast. Miss Mary was always very generous with her worldly goods, but man, she had to keep a finger on it throughout eternity. If they accepted this building, the first thing they had to do was come up with a suitable sign. Looking all the way up at the top of that building, you'll see that suitable sign. It is ground in stone. As long as that building stands, we shall know from whence it came. Telfair. Okay, they also had to build an addition at the back of the house. It would take them 9 years before they were able to open it to the public. Now, the Telfair is a prominent museum here in this city. They have a tremendous art collection. Particular damage, unintentional, of course, was being done at the old cemetery. And even people would find it, then they chip off a bit of the old statue, the old birth feeder, as a souvenir. So the family who owns it has moved it here to the Telfair on permanent loan. Telfair Academy. And coming on up on our right is the Trinity Methodist Church. This is the mother church of Methodism in Savannah. It was built in 1848. Now this is the newest building here on Telfair Square, and it is the Jepson Center for the Arts. It belongs to the Telfair Academy. It was finished in 2006. Interesting, the Historic Savannah Foundation came up with some rules and regulations like number 1. If you build a new building in this area, the exterior has to blend with existing architecturally material color. If you restore an old building in this area, it has to the exterior has to be returned to its original condition, including the color of paint. Some of you look at these buildings that we've just come in front of, the Judson, and this is the Juliet Gordon Low Federal Office Building, and sometimes I'm asked, well, how in the world do these buildings get built in here based on what you just said? And I have a pretty standard answer for that. That is, I don't know. But I do know. But I do know in Savannah it's not always what you know, but who would never probably go for the Telfair. But now the federal buildings, I do know what happened with this. I'm retired from here, by the way. But the General Services Administration is the federal government agency that contracts for construction and maintenance of federal buildings. Well, they ran these plans and specifications before the Historic Board of Review and the Historic Savannah Foundation, and everything appeared to be in order. However, when they started to order the material for the exterior of these buildings, that is used above the ground floor, would have come from a country we did not have a trade agreement with and could not be used on federal buildings. We're told that the bathroom tiles, as everybody in town refers to them, is a suitable substitute. There are still conversations where we're going to get together, we're going to make the federal government change the outside of those buildings. I heard one say just not even 3 months ago, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to have them put some kind of stone on it, something. Okay, good luck. We're heading up Barnard Street here on our left of magnolia trees. Magnolia is the most gorgeous tree we have down here in the deep south, but without question it is the messiest. They do stay green year-round, and they have gorgeous dark green waxy leaves. But they continuously replace the leaves. Of course, the leaves are always falling. Then the flowers, when they fall petal by petal. And then this nice cone, the beautiful center of that makes a great big old cone, like somehow like a pine cone. It goes along and bursts open, and then red seeds scatter everywhere, and then finally the cone. So if you got a magnolia tree in your yard, you have something to do. You never have a moment when you don't have to clean beneath the magnolia tree. That is, if you care how it looks. Now I'm going to turn left and show you something down here. We have got this is our old downtown thoroughfare. So some guy from Atlanta's coming here with a $75 million person. He's going to revitalize Broughton Street. And this is the old downtown thoroughfare. Stores have come and gone over the last number of years. Pretty routine These days, though, we have, look there, you got a gourmet popcorn shop. We have lots of bars, restaurants, art galleries, and so forth. And we got horses and cows, the purple cows. How you like that? Anyhow, he owns this vacant lot, and he also owns this building. Well, he wants to tear down this adjacent building and blah, 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 and it already has a, we know what he wants to put up there, it looks like, but he is having one real struggle with that. And he's also having a struggle he went ahead and put these planters here without authority. So, but 75, money talks and you know what walks. So I guess he'll get away. But I thought that was kind of funny himself. I don't know, but the city thinks it's a little disgraceful. I thought you guys would like it. I read it in the paper, of course, before I saw it. I don't live here in Savannah. Even those who do live here don't come out here on Broad Street every day. But I read it in the paper, and at home, and I was cracked up. So as soon as I got back to Savannah, I said, well, I got to go see what they are talking about. So that's the buzz right now.
I'm gonna cut it off.
And this guy was, he's also involved in opening a Tanger outlet, one of those big outlet malls out off of 90.